Ooh, that fence was nerve-wracking. We had set up a little game plan before we went in there, so I was spotting him, and perfect. Hey everybody, welcome back to the Brushworks channel. Today we are out on a property. It's a beautiful property. We've got a pool house over here, and we're going to be clearing, kind of pushing back. They want to keep the privacy, so we'll push back a lot of this underbrush. You can't see it from here, but they've got a tennis court over there that we're going to push back some on that fence line. We're just got to be very careful not to open up the view of the neighbors' properties. They don't want to see them. So we've got about a little over an acre to clear. So Colton's out here. He's going to be running the machine and getting it done for us. So on that clip, you'll see Colton. He's got thousands of hours of experience on these machines. How close he was able to get to that tree without marring the tree. And that's one of the reasons that you hire a professional, because it's not so obvious when you're in these machines how close you are to these trees. But experienced operators like Colton can get within an inch. So you can see Colton working back here behind me. So we're going to be, look how tall this is. Woo, way up there. You can kind of see the roof of the house over here. So we got to be careful as we work over here to make sure that we're not taking too much of this out to where they can see the house. But you can see the customer's house. Unbelievable. It's probably 10,000 square feet. Beautiful property. One of the problems that they were facing is over here on their tennis court. You can see the brush is starting to get up against this fence. So we're going to do our best to kind of push it off this fence and buy them a few years. But there's another house on the other side of this, so we're going to be also careful not to go too far to where they can see the other house. So a little bit more delicate work on this one. Some really big, tall stuff that we're going to be taking out. But fun job. Ooh, that fence was nerve-wracking. We had set up a little game plan before we went in there, so I was spotting him, and perfect. He was within half an inch of that fence. So you can see now, there's a house behind here. So Colton has kind of shaved this off right here, just to kind of keep it back this year, push it off the property, and then over time what'll happen, this kind of brown area, the leaves will fill back in and kind of form a green wall. So that way they keep it, but we also push it back some. All right, Colton's cleared quite a bit of this. Starting to expose the house back there. So what he's gonna do from here, just kind of clean it up down the edge, clean this up, push this back a little bit more. You can see he's gotten down in here. He's gonna clean up these trees. We did the one pass over here. Just this way these leaves grow back in. And then we got on the other side of the fence. And so I think the point of this video is more about, just do what the customer wants, because if it was me, I don't really care about seeing other people, so I would clear as much as possible, and I would clear this back as much as possible, but it's not my house, right? So we got to make sure that the customer's happy. They don't want to see the neighbors, and the neighbors probably don't want to see them, right? So we do whatever the customer asks, and this one's going to turn out pretty good. They're going to be super happy with it. But thanks for watching. Make sure you guys give us a like and subscribe.